Hey everyone, welcome to Torment, Tides of Numenera. We are in the Necropolis, although we're about to leave.
Doing anything, right?
We're about to do something.
You won't notice I'm gone.
So we are in the Necropolis. We just, in the last episode, we fought some children of the Endless Gate, who, yeah, some of these guys here, who were,
Fine.
they were trying to do a hostile takeover of this whole giant cemetery place. But we traveled into the hellscape after them and dealt with them and their leader. So now we're here to we're here to see if there is a reward to collect down, I think, over here. Yeah, this is the guy that they mentioned, this Last Castoff. But I'm also here... Actually, let's go ahead and do that first. And then, all that fighting kind of took us through all of our supplies. So, I will probably be, hoping to restock on some healing supplies. Let's, walk into the light. And
let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay.
It's a plan.
It is a plan. Okay. Let's see, this Last Castoff. The children of the Endless Gate have curtailed their activities, and I have no doubt it was due to your actions. Please take this as a token of our gratitude.
I'm making a note.
Ooh, 100 shins and a brace of mighty callous tool. It's an artifact that will give us a +1 might edge. Nice. +6 on esoteric attacks. I'm going to have to go and check to see if any of our people actually have esoteric attacks, but truly I don't know what brought you to the valley, friend, but we are all grateful that you came. Is there anything else I might do for you? Do you know anything about a dead girl named Choi? No, I've never heard the name. Beltrack says, did you say Troy? Choi? I remember the name. It was a tomb in the Necropolis, though I don't remember anything else about it. The name only stuck in my mind because of the strange way the tomb made me see it. I can't explain it. Here, let me get... sorry, grabbing a pen. Made me see it. I can't explain it. You'll have to see for yourself. Just remember to hold your breath. I remember I had joined one of the memorialists for her rounds that day. That particular marker was in tomb 4221. Okay, so that's another... that's another tomb we said that we would investigate. Surprising that you would know a tomb I do not, Beltrax. Good thing for our friend, though. Hey, great.
Here comes the boredom slayer.
Okay, so what is this thing that we just got? So it is a... Okay, so let's just real quick look and see who uses esoteric attacks. I use this infused weapon, but that's not an esoteric attack. Loading tattoos is an esoteric, but not an attack. Yep. Makina here has an attack. It does not seem to do any damage. I don't know if that would make it do damage. That would be interesting. And yeah, I've got all non-esoteric characters. That's interesting. So I have no mage in my group. Okay, where did my... So let's go ahead and give that to Makina, because she seems to be the only person that might be able to do it. Uh-oh. -2 might pool. Oh, she... Okay. She apparently doesn't have the ability to carry any of these. That's strange. Okay. How about... Okay, who uses might? Eridus uses might. He also doesn't have the ability to carry one. Yeah, you have a might weapon, so let's go ahead and use this for now. That gives him an extra might edge. +1 damage per effort applied. Okay, so let's just check to make sure this works. So his axe, which is a might weapon, does 7 damage +2 damage per effort applied. Well, it doesn't change. But does not change there. I don't know. We'll find out later, I guess, if it's working.
Fine.
Or maybe we'll just sell it if we find something better. That is, if I remember to do that. Okay, so...
One moment, and it's done.
We're gonna go head back up to...
Go.
our merchant friend up here. Now that we've got some... I think we've got plenty of stuff to sell, and I want to say he had at least one item
Here
that
comes the boredom slayer.
I'd like to buy, as well as some healing supplies, so... have you been seeking the secrets of the valley? I have. I haven't read any tombs yet, though. Okay, so, what do you have to trade? Okay, I have a lot of stuff to sell. Keeping that. Okay, so I think anything that's an oddity is safe to sell, as are any weapons that I'm not currently using. Oh, let's hang on to that. Not currently using it, but it's not to say I can't. Let's keep that just in case. And let's go ahead and sell these. I guess they're not gonna... Oh, this is a usable artifact. You recall that this artifact belonged to a Castoff, though their identity escapes you. You went through immense trouble to separate these two rings. It might be possible to reunite them. Okay, so we're gonna hang on to that. And they... Wait, where'd it go? Did I just sell it anyway? Yep. Bye-bye. Okay, hope that didn't cost me money. See, that's what I mean about, you don't have a way to close this menu without selling stuff. Without clicking that little teeny tiny button up there. Yeah. Man. You can tell I've been to some not safe places, given the amount of weapons I have with me. But now we have lots of money. Okay, so... Barrel of Indomitability heals 6 points of health per turn, and plus 100% damage for the entire crisis. That sounds pretty good. Well, we might buy that. Let's see. Here's a synth breastplate, which can only be used by me. It would give me +2 armor, -1 resistance. I'm pretty sure that I have enough skill to offset the might and speed penalties, but for now, let's see, there's a sting charge, which is a better... It's a significantly better ranged weapon than the one I've got. Slug Spitter. Do I have... apparently I have a light weapon bonus. Do I have a light weapon bonus? Yeah, I didn't think I did. That's weird. Why was it telling me I did? Oh, I must. Not sure why, but I have a light weapon bonus. Okay, let's see what else they got. Ready to trade. Okay, so I can get better armor. This is a slightly better weapon than what I've got. Slug Spitter, which is a medium ranged weapon. Might not be a bad idea. Here's a better light armor, which give me +1 armor, +1 resistance. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy that. There's a better shield than what I've got. I will lose my +2 might pool though. But I hardly ever use might. That might be worth it. So I'd get +5% evasion, and when hit by attack, the attacker will become hobbled. Minus movement speed, minus evasion. That's probably a good thing to get to. Okay, so I think I might be good. A thunder cannon, which sounds pretty cool. Reactive plate. Great sword. Heals might. Heals speed. Heals intellect. Okay, Bogio, which does chemical damage and bleeding to all characters in range. I probably could use another one of these items. A Limnic Rejuvenator heals 23 points of health on all allies in range. I could probably use something like that. And then let's just get some... he doesn't seem to have any spray flesh, which is the... Oh, here we go. Let's just go ahead and buy a couple of these. Yeah, 3. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay. So we'll get the better armor, which this form-fitting biological armor is very light and hardly restricts the wearer's movement at all. Good, because it kind of looks like you're naked. The modeled carapace appears different at each viewing, varying in color pattern and even texture when touched. Occasionally its appearance seems to shift subtly in a disconcerting manner. This sense of unease grows if the armor is observed for long stretches of time. When worn, the armor emits a dissonant hum at the edge of human hearing. It vanishes if the wearer focuses upon it, but it returns when the attention wanders. Okay. Oh, it went ahead and equipped these 2 things, so got those. Possible blade. Let's see, does anybody use medium weapons? He uses medium weapons, but he uses might weapons, and this is a speed weapon. Let's see, that does 14 plus 2. This does 7. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be as good. And spray flash, micro mesh, buzzer. Okay, let's how do I break stacks up? Not shift move, not control click. Shift right click, nope. Control right click, nope. Double click. Oh, that, great. Oh, good, I do not want to use that. Alt click, nope. Alt right click, nope. Okay, I don't actually know how to spread these out, so we'll just give them all to... Oh, there we go. I want to give one to Allegern, I want to give one to Eridus, and I will take one to... And... that buzzer. Let's see... And then we'll go ahead and sell the stuff that we have left over. Okay, so... I don't think anybody else uses a shield. So... I don't think anybody's going to use this. Seems cool, though. And let's go ahead and sell this buzzer and buy this sting charge, which is slightly better, or it does more damage anyway. Okay, so got some better equipment, and yep, got better equipment, and so now we can head back into the Necropolis.
All right.
And I think we are going to go and
Yes.
going to go and investigate Choi's tomb. So that would be... Oh, holy cow. I thought you had to remember the code. But I actually went back and watched an old video to remember what the first Castoff's tomb code was, but apparently I didn't need it. Okay, we're going to Choi's tomb. 4221. Yep. When the fourth hexagon illuminates, a field of energy forms around you, a tight sucking sensation pulls at your gut, and then suddenly you are somewhere else. And assuming we don't immediately end up in a fight, let's see. Okay, that's weird looking. Let's see. What was this? Infestation. Okay, I need to go to the Labyrinth. That's a Labyrinth. Labyrinth. Huh. Okay, we talked to somebody named Choi. Or we encountered a phantom or something. And so we're trying to find her body.
On it.
But that's what led us here. As you approach the rock pillar of the tomb, you feel subtle variations in air temperature and pressure around you. Tiny gusts and zephyrs push your eyes towards specific striations in the stone. Allow the wind to guide your eyes. Remembering what you were told, you hold your breath. The gentle breezes control the flickering of your eyes towards the unpredictable places on the wall, and the patterns and purpose of the gusts quickly become clear. They have been training your eyes to see, and suddenly the truth comes clear in twisting letters made from distortions in the air itself. They're an older version of the truth, but you can read them. It's an epitaph, and it bears the name Choi Kai-sul. Oh, isn't Kai-sul the name? Isn't Kai-sul the last name of that guy we were just talking about that said that he didn't know where this tomb was? That's interesting. Kai-sul, that was the surname of the memorialist you met when you entered the valley, Ronos Kai-sul. The wind does not stop. The subtle pressures are trying to guide you to new patterns. Follow the wind's guidance. Come you now to the tomb of Choi Kai-sul. It stands empty, for her body is gone, wrested away by the foul children to feed their endless gate and its infernal master. We raise this marker to commemorate the life of our beloved, to swear undying vengeance upon the man who stole her from us. Choi Kai-sul, your name will live forever. The breeze summons up the name Choi Kai-sul and tells her story, how she was killed by the children of the Endless Gate, and her loved ones swore vengeance. When it is finished, the wind drops and the letters vanish. Interesting. And let's see what these panels back here are. Seasons roll, turning, eternally returning, but no summer twice, SWD. Read the name plaque. Chevron Dudaplex. Chevron
Yes.
Dudaplex?
Now.
Okay. Honor remains honor always. It is not for us to know what end is true. Only our actions in achieving it matters. The name plaque is Kafal, Perfect Avenger. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it also looks like, hang on, walk away. You can kind of see here that there are other tombs. And they told us we could pick like random tombs. So let's see what happens when we do that. Press one of the buttons with an arrow on it. Let's go bottom right button with an arrow pointing down and to the right. As soon as you press the button, a field of energy surrounds you. You feel the same tight sucking sensation at your gut, and then... Poof. So we could probably spend, I don't even know how long, just going in, looking through all these tombs.
On it.
Nathaniel Damage. Race Sellers. Chang Fidel. That one guy asked us if we had read 20 Tombs.
All right.
That's right, it's Sky. Sataninus.
Go.
Digital Seven. Don Moman. So maybe we'll go and we'll plop squad.
I'm ready.
We'll go and we'll read 20. This epitaph has been worn down by the passage of time. There is nothing remaining but a name. Lord Vector.
Yes.
Okay, so this has been 9, and we read 2 before, so that's 11. So let's go ahead and let's go down to the left. Hopefully we won't just end up getting into horrible trouble here. Oh, who's this? Silver, an arcane humanoid, shimmers and displaces across multiple versions of itself in a blink. So quick is the motion that you almost doubt your senses. Black-clad being makes slow, deliberate movements. Its eyes like dull gray jewels set into an expressionless face. You sense a malevolence caged. Its voice is deep and rich. I am Silver. You're a fellow seeker, yes? Tantalum has sent me to learn the secrets of the valley. I can smell the desire on your skin, but not the success. I've explored many of them and learned many things. Tantalum has said I will find secrets here. He's correct. Keep up the search, and your desires will see a reward. Who are you? I'm an acolyte, a seeker of knowledge, a devourer of artifacts, a stumbler on the path of the truth, an answer for the unanswerable. What have you found? Truths of old worlds reveal themselves to me, secrets of time and reality. The shifting particles, smaller than perception allows, undergird them all, but they are not part of my truth. Okay. May you find what you seek. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Robert Healy? Makina?
Fine.
Wait. Thadex? That wasn't Makina. That was Pyrothonite. Alan Medlin. Okay, so we're going to have another 8 here. Dr. What?
Alright.
Remy Davies. So this should be like 19. So we can just hit one more. They said, don't forget your towel. I forget it, Skist. Altius Hemper. Okay, one more, and then we'll head off to completing the actual quest here. Let us go. Let's see, we went down to the right and down to the left. Let's just go down this time.
All right.
Okay. Joseph Gargady. Johnny the Atom Crusher Tomic. Ann Caries. Elliot McCurry. Traveler from a distant land, called to doom by tales of old, wielding blade of radiance cold to seek the rose among the sands. Did he find it, all can see, thorny red of bloodied hands? Do they within a blossom hold? The stone speaks only memory. And read the name plaque. Thal Randall. Okay.
Fine.
So we've now read 20 tombs. Okay, let's go to a location we already know. Maybe we'll go to the first Castoff's tomb, which is 3431. Okay. And we get a different load screen. Oop. Okay, what do we have here?
Absolutely.
Oh, can't click on these statues. Okay.
I am the very soul of action.
Yes, I know you are, Aridus. These doors?
Remember that.
Stark letters have been carved onto the rock above with a steady hand. Sharp memories emerge at the sight of a masked figure in the tableau, the first Castoff. Countless footsteps have worn a track to and apparently into this mural. This is a gateway of some kind, but you see no way of opening it. What is this? Makina puts her hands up against the wall, searching for something. Someone closed the portal from the other side. I don't know how to wake it back up. You look around the area. Maybe examining the environment will give you some sort of clue. Read the epitaph. Oddly, many of the words above are completely unreadable. It's not that they're in a language you don't understand, it's truth, and you don't recognize every letter. Every time you try to put it all together, the meaning slips from your mind. Maybe that part of the epitaph isn't meant for you. Your eye skips to the end of the message. She serves us still. Makina spits on the ground beside her feet. Come on, we need to get in there. Okay. So that we should walk around and look at our surroundings. I don't know if it matters, but these different statues seem to have different color faces. These statues are all the same person. The first Castoff, presumably, each of them wears a different mask. Yeah, I did notice that.
Consider it done.
But heck, if I can tell anything. Okay, what else we got?
A curious thought occurred to me.
A bewildering array of colliding jagged edges and mangled corpses make up this frieze. It's not clear whether the artist was inspired, drunk, or insane. A battlefield is depicted here, that much is certain, but the amount of detail is staggering, and it isn't immediately apparent what the artist was trying to convey. The first detail you notice is the fortress, standing out from the wall in bold relief. Many of the soldiers shown are pouring through the centered gates, and every one of their faces shows a different emotion: elation, rage, terror. But it is the jagged edges, seemingly raised at random, that pull your attention down to the bottom right of the piece. There lies the first Castoff, the changing god, mortally wounded. Dying alone as divergent realities snap shut around her like teeth. Kina says, I love this piece. Last time I came back to Miel Avest, I stood here for about an hour. I like to think she's suffering as much as she caused Nang to suffer more. Let's see. Why do you still harbor that hate? I worry that it poisons you. It might, but when the only family you ever knew gets slaughtered in front of you, I invite you to take the long view, practice some forgiveness, pretend that people who did it had good reasons. Lecture all you want, I'm still laughing about her death, even after all these years. Well, let's keep looking at it. Once again, you see the soldiers pouring into the breached fortress, triumph etched across their ageless faces. You see the terrible cost of the battle spread out behind them, in broken bodies and scattered limbs. In the distant corner, you see the first Castoff, the changed god, lying in the mud, dying alone. Okay. Okay, what about this one? The carvings here display two figures standing side by side on a crag overlooking a plateau, with a wide disc at its center. The scene is familiar. A wave of dizziness envelops you, and you steady yourself against the rough stone. This does not help. The memory flows out through the stone in rumbling pulses, overtaking your senses. Yes, the scene is familiar because you experienced it firsthand when you rebuilt your mind in the labyrinth, and now here the full memory awaits you. Yeah, The memory of that long day pours past you, cold as melting snow. You direct the first Castoff's gaze towards the resource-rich plateau where Miel Avest will one day stand. You ignore the laughter in her eyes when your own constructs turn on you and make the necessary repairs. And then, in the rush of time slows as she makes her way up the moss-hung path towards you, her eyes bright behind the mask. I have something to show you, she says. You follow her to the deactivated portal. I've got it working. The doorway exists in two places at once, here and on the other side. Once you align them, she lays her hands and forehead against the stone as though worshipping the thing. Your lip curls involuntarily, but you can't fault the results. The portal activates, answering the willing glow of the first Castoff's tattoo beneath her mask. The flood of memory slows to a trickle, leaving you back in your body. You look over at the mural. Could that be the way to open the portal? Makina sees you studying the image. Here they are, the architects of the misery of all of our lives. Looking closer at the faces, you notice something interesting. The first Castoff is shown wearing a mask, as you remember. The changing god's face is chipped in places as though someone tried to damage the frieze but failed. Okay.
All right.
The frieze appears to have been defaced. There are two figures facing each other in anger, but it's possible to make out any more than that. Okay. So...
Let's go.
Did that tell us? Put your forehead against the door like you saw the first doing in your memory. You lay your hands on the cold stone as the first Castoff once did. Press your forehead against the mural. The skin around your tattoo crawls then burns, but even with your eyes clenched shut, you feel the air of the tomb stirring. Oh, okay. And
Ready?
did we just find our way into Miel Avest?
Making a note.
Oh, 100 XP. I'm going to read this in just a second, but I just noticed in the screen, the loading screen, a little hint down at the bottom said that if you have a 100% chance of succeeding, you automatically get max bonus damage, which is nice to know, because I had wondered... Yeah, I had wondered if that was the case. This woman is dressed in functional glaive's clothing. Her hair is cut short, and her face is muscular and tense. You recognize her instantly from Tasha's mare, Paj Reckon. She spares you but a moment's appraising glance before turning to your companion. Makina, you've come crawling back. Didn't you swear you'd never return here, or had you forgotten? I did promise, then I remembered that none of you ever bothered keeping your vows to me, so what's the point? Anyway, what have you been up to? Burning a few villages full of innocent civilians? Or have you graduated to grander atrocities? Just trying to keep our creator, the coward, from committing any more of his war crimes as usual, looking at the larger picture instead of serving my own self-interest. Maybe someday you'll learn how to do that, though considering your friend here just muscled his way through the locked portal, making our sanctuary even more vulnerable to the sorrow, I don't think that's likely. She turns to you. You know you're traveling with a traitor, right? I know you. I know what you did in Colin's village. Oh, Makina told you. What a surprise. She's generally so quiet about her feelings. Colin was a pity, a tragedy, but it had to happen that way. I've been a warrior for most of my centuries. I know about making sacrifices in service of a higher ideal. I've stopped losing sleep over them. Live long enough and you'll understand. It had to happen that way? What about letting, let's see, sacrifices? Some might call them war crimes and you a monster. Or it had to happen that way? What about letting the villagers survive? Do you realize what we lost that night? Do you realize what we gained? You weren't there. You've never even met me before, but you think to judge my actions of 200 years ago? The stakes here are more important than a few monsters. We're fighting for our survival, you damned infant, and I won't let you moralize at me while I'm trying to save your life. Makina says that's almost the same speech you gave me then. Glad to see you're consistent. No, sorry, I'm done. Please ask Paj your questions, see if you get any answers. I ran into Barricale. She said she had a message for you, but couldn't get in. Well, how very useful of you. Next time I want someone informed that I have a message for them but cannot send it, I'll know just who to come to. What did you mean when you said I made the sanctuary more vulnerable? There are rumors that sorrow activity has increased recently. I don't buy the stories, but many of them do. Your brothers and sisters, your family, even if sorrow isn't more active, it's still active, and they came here to be safe. I can feel your tides. I know you believe you're doing the right thing, But let me tell you this, sometimes blindly rushing in to help people does more harm than good. Portal was sealed for a reason. Have some empathy. Fine. Why do you care what I think? I have my reasons for getting in here. And no doubt they're good reasons. Important enough that you'd threaten the one place where we've been safe from the sorrow for centuries. Frankly, I'm not interested in hearing them. You called Makina a traitor. Why? Oh, didn't she tell you? She used to be under my command, but she turned on me, preferring to befriend monsters in human skin, and rather than step aside for the greater good, she attacked her fellow fighters. Tell me, what would you call someone who turns on her own? Actually, never mind. I don't care. I need to find Mazoff. Is he here? No one has seen Mazoff for over a decade. Adiris might know where he is. Talk to her. Adiris might be the best of us. Treat her well, or I'll be sure to pay you in blood and pain. Well, don't let me keep you. I have one more thing to say to you, and I want you to mark it carefully. Changing God, the coward, intends to kill us all. If you meet him, don't trust him. He's going to ruin us as surely as the sorrow. I wish you success, but... well, the world has a way of disappointing us all. Oh, cool. We got teleporters. What you said to Paj, you took my side. Why? Because I saw what she did in Colne. Well, whatever, I appreciate it. Always good to see Paj put in her place. You might not realize it, but your words sunk in.
On it.
Come on, let's go. Oh, this is cool. So we've got teleporters. Probably going to different places. Check this out. We got more cast-offs. We are in Miel Avest.
Yes.
Let's just take a quick look around, see what we got.
I'll handle it.
Wow, there are a lot of cast-offs.
Look out below!
There's Adiris.
Sideways!
Okay, so the Changing God, who's apparently like thousands of years old,
All right.
he lives by living in the bodies of these people, and then when he's done with them, he moves on to another body, but he leaves the person behind. Somehow when he leaves the body, it becomes like a new person, or maybe it was the person that had been there always. I don't really know how that works, but every time he leaves a body, he leaves a cast-off behind.
You want it done right.
And I guess when you live thousands of years, you leave a lot of cast-offs behind. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. Well, I think we will have to... yeah, we'll be talking to these people next time. It looks like there's a lot of people to chat with. We've got a couple people. We got a merchant. Looks like we got a place to rest if we need to. Check out these portals when we're done, I suppose. Yeah, this kind of seems like a cool little place.
I'm there.
It's possible I didn't even check it all out. Figure out what this middle area is.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even uncover the whole map.
All right.
Interesting. It's really pretty here. Can understand why they would want to... This looks like a good sanctuary.
Fine.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, we will try that out next time. Anyway, this has been a kind of a peaceful episode after the last couple of awful, horrible, killing everybody episodes. But, we're about to... I was about to stop, but we'll go ahead and level these guys up real quick. Let's see, Allegron leveled up. Improve his skill. What does healing do exactly? Plus 5 bonus points level healed when any healing ability or item is used. Oh, we're definitely doing that. He's got that one ability that heals for 6, so technically this will heal for 11 now. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. So he can use more ciphers. He gains +1 armor and plus 15% on melee weapon attacks. That's good. We get ability. Okay, we've got scanning array, insight action, target an ally. Oh, he can give. Oh, that's cool. He can give give an attack to somebody else. Hook. And energized. Choose a damage type. Confer energized. All damage dealt is converted to the chosen type. I like that insight action. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I get 2. Let's do... Well, Makina and I already have an ability to switch our attacks to do a certain kind of energy, so let's just do scanning array. Gives them bonuses on perception, machinery, mystical, and natural. No, let's do hook. Well, no. We will do scanning array. Okay, cool. And then Makina, who, yeah, is just at the beginning of tier 3, so let's go ahead and see what abilities we can get her. What will this do? It doesn't seem to say what you get with bonus. Plus 0%. I'm gonna guess it just gives her bonus attack. Yeah, but we use that a lot, so let's go ahead and do that. And here it is. Let's see. Give you a bonus on Fell Swoop, which was pretty good. Or I can give you increased edge, so you can do the attacks for free. Let's go ahead and give him increased might, because his attack here uses 2 might, so that allows him to use Fell Swoop for free every time, and then he can use 2 points of might edge with his axe for free, which is max damage, so that will be pretty cool. Okay, now that we're all leveled up, we'll end this for today. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care.